So they ripped off Katy Perry, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I could think the whole time she was singing.
Yeah.
Well, that was a movie.
Hello and welcome back to Simon's Rants. I'm Simon, this is Justin, and we are giving our first thoughts on Trap, the new film written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan and starring Josh Hartnett and one of M. Night Shyamalan's daughters playing a pop singer. Well, what did you think, Justin?
I had to say, for the first half, I was entertained.
Okay, yeah.
That's about as much as I can give it. But I was entertained. And then they left the primary setting of the first half of the film.
Yeah.
And I was not very entertained anymore.
Not entertained. I'll say this. So, as everybody knows, this isn't anything new or different. M. Night Shyamalan is known for having a really interesting premise and then screwing it up with his storytelling, whether it's bad dialogue, bad character development, and eventually a terrible twist ending. This movie was not that. It just was never good at any point. And there was no huge, earth-shattering, stupid, mind-numbing twist. And I kept waiting for one because I was like, almost like, maybe the twist will save this movie, actually. But this movie, from the jump, to me, was just abysmally boring. And never became not boring. And so it's like, I can't say it was Shyamalan's worst movie. But like, walking out, I'm like, what am I even going to say about it? There's nothing memorable or interesting about it. There was some funny dialogue moments, some stupid plot moments, but it's like nothing happened.
No, I found spots in the first half of the film hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know that they were intended to be hilarious. I think they were.
I think it was.
It's so over the top. It seems like it was.
Yeah, this seemed like the most intentionally funny Shyamalan movie.
And
like,
it was pretty funny at those points.
Sure.
Then the second half happened.
And nothing mattered. Nothing particularly made sense. No, characters' motivations.
It literally nosedived in sense. And it didn't need to make a hell of a lot of sense before. I mean, they were going to unravel the mystery eventually, but it still took a nosedive.
It never did make sense. I think just for the first half or whatever, you're giving it the benefit of the doubt that you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
So you're like, this will start making sense at some point, and it just never did. And it was so, like, even something like the setting of the majority of this movie, at least for a while, is in the venue at a concert. And he gets up, the main character, Josh Hartnett, gets up and leaves his seat 30 different times, and every time he gets up, the concert's still going, but there's hundreds of people out and about, going to the bathroom, getting food, getting t-shirts or whatever, and I'm like, I get it. When you're at a concert, you get up to go to the bathroom, there's people around, but it was like halftime every time he left, and I was like, have you ever been to a concert, M. Night? Have you? Because I don't think so. That's not how it is. Like, it was like struggling to get around past people every time he left. Goes in the bathroom and there's like a line. It's packed. Pretty well, okay, there was 3 open urinals, but like, he ignored all of them. But like, I don't understand like the little things like that. And frankly, I don't think any of the acting was like terrible, except for the intentionally funny stuff. So like, Josh Hartnett's character is like doing like this impression of Steve from Blue's Clues multiple times. Like, it's like,
it was hilarious.
Oh, is that's what happening?
What?
Let's go check it out.
Wow.
And it's like, that was,
that's
once again,
amazing. That
was intentional, and I think that was funny. Frankly, also, M. Night Shyamalan's cameo in this, I think, was the best of his career so far. His acting was actually half decent. I feel like normally he's pretty terrible, and he wasn't, so.
I don't remember his other cameos, so I can't really compare, but.
I don't have a whole lot. It's not your typical fan favorite Shyamalan thing where it's like, man, this was so stupid. I can't believe they ruined the story. I can't believe it's just nothing at any point was interesting.
And it sucked. And I guess there was, I can't even consider the ending a twist, because because like, if anyone has ever seen anything involving a freaking criminal quote unquote mastermind. Like, you've seen that sort of ending almost every time.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that there's a twist at all.
Yeah.
Frankly, I was thinking this during the movie at a certain point. If M. Night himself hadn't been in the movie, and I didn't obviously know it was written by him, at no point would I have been like, this feels like an M. Night movie. Like, it didn't feel like one at all. It wasn't his typical style at all. And I think, genuinely, I need to apologize, Mr. Shyamalan, because all of the advice I've been giving you, aside from the begging you to get a co-writer, which I still will stay by that, everything else I've ever said, I feel like you took the advice and it made the movie worse. So I'm sorry, because this whole time I was like, get rid of the plot twists. We don't need a plot twist in every movie. And then I'm like, branch out a little bit. You don't have to do the same thing every movie. You can mix up your style a little bit. And I'm like, do something a little bit more serious, have try and tell a real story with a message, have commentary, everything. He did all of those things, and I regret every decision. They were all wrong. Because there was commentary that was garbage. There was a serious story that was garbage. There was no twist, and it was boring. Everything was the wrong decision, and I'm sorry. It's my fault.
You get yourself some co-producer credit, maybe.
Where did we go wrong?
I at least, again, found the first half to be funny at times.
Yeah,
and how ridiculous it was.
Yeah,
at points.
And there was moments of intrigue because you're assuming you're wrong. You're going in expecting there's going to be a big twist, and you're like, so what? And so that added intrigue, but you're adding all that intrigue yourself because none of that story's actually coming to fruition.
That's fair.
It's just a straightforward story, and so you're like, oh, what's gonna make this boring story interesting? Plot twist, nothing. It stays boring. Can make fun of M. Night Shyamalan for his rampant nepotism this year and all, but she's got a decent voice. I didn't love any of her music. It kind of all felt like pretty mass-produced, but she's got some talent.
I don't know if it's the mixing of her original music or just how it was put into this film. Couldn't catch, let's say, 75% of any of the lyrics. Music sounded solid. Voice sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
I was pretty curious.
She's pretty
I couldn't make out what was going on.
She was pretty terrible at lip syncing, I noticed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she's not an actor. She is a singer. So her acting didn't have to be good, and it wasn't. We see why she chose the career path she went. But yeah, I thought her voice, it surprised me how good she was at singing, because I expected full nepotism, just she's not any good, but we're just forcing her down your throat anyway.
I'm actually kind of curious about some of her songs now.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'll be curious, but
yeah,
for today I am.
Yeah, as long as she's not ripping off Dark Horse by Katy Perry. That's all I got to say. And we can get into spoilers. I don't know how much more I'll have to say, but
if we're talking spoilers, we can get into that.
All right, I'll let you lead that charge, because like I said, I don't have anything interesting, but
I didn't say anything interesting.
But yeah, I guess I'd give it a 5. I don't know, I feel indifferent to it. Like, nothing about it was like, man, that was terrible. I just didn't care the whole time.
5 feels kind of fair, just because like I'm split down the middle of hey,
split.
Pun
Totally intended.
The first half was somewhat funny to me, and then the second half was really bad. So I guess 5.
We're going to get into spoilers now, though, so if you don't want anything spoiled, for whatever reason, go watch it. Come back and we can talk about it then. But now, let's get into spoilers before we get old. I'm opening the door. It's hot.
Terrible.
Oh, God. All right, what do you have to say?
So, I didn't know if this was considered spoiler or not, because they don't make it seem like this in the trailer, but I should have guessed it. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I thought M. Night Shyamalan made a movie, wrote a setting for his daughter to showcase her talents. That's what I thought her inclusion in this movie was. Now, I'm convinced he just decided to make a movie starring his daughter.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
I thought this was just like, oh, we're gonna set this in a concert, and my daughter can be the musical artist. Now we can get her music out there too, cross promotion.
Basically what it was.
But then she becomes the freaking main
Only
character for the
few
second half.
scenes.
For the second half of the movie.
Well, then she disappears again. She's not involved in the last 15 minutes.
I guess, but still, it was far too much. I expected it to be the freaking profiler. I expected the profiler to be like the cat and mouse with him, not just M. Night's daughter. And it just made me feel like, oh, okay, this whole movie was just so she could star in a movie. Yeah. Okay.
All the old lady shit was weird too, like the stuff with the old lady, the stuff with his mom. Oh, the mom shit got weird. There was like a mommy kink in there. That scene with his daughter, like M. Night's daughter talking to Josh Hartnett. Like
that was
mom.
That was.
I was
weird.
like, if I was him,
she instantly became creepier than him in that moment.
Oh, creepy.
No, so.
I thought she got hotter all of a sudden.
So
I see we have two different opinions on the matter.
So this whole movie,
don't mind me.
This whole movie, they're or like the first half of the movie, they're at the concert and they're fucking pulling people out of the concert and arresting them. Eventually, you find out there is actually a profiler leading the SWAT team. I don't know if I heard the line wrong. At first, I thought they were saying that they had arrested a couple of black people.
Yeah, they said 2 African American.
That's what I heard as well. And then the profile, a couple of scenes later, was that he's a middle-aged white man.
Yeah.
Or no, when she was explaining the profile to the family.
Confused somewhere. I think.
So I don't know if they were saying they were near some black people.
To be fair, you involve cops. You're like, we're looking for a middle-aged white man. They're like, we got some black guys over here. They look like they're up to no good.
Philly niggas. But he goes to pull the fire alarm. At this point, he has stolen a radio from SWAT, and he can hear into the profiler's breakdown of him. And she's like, oh, well, at this moment, he's gonna feel cornered. He's gonna try to, he's gonna try to make some big scene and get out.
Bomb threat or pull a fire alarm.
Yeah, so then he causes a smaller
explosion.
A smaller explosion that not only alerts a small area of the SWAT so that he can, I guess, learn some more information. But basically, the whole first half sets up this cat and mouse between the profiler and him. Mm-hmm. And I somewhat expected him to get out like he does. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't expect it in that exact way, where he kidnaps M. Night's daughter.
In the dumbest ways.
Yeah, he like pulls her aside after. It's hilarious. He convinced everybody that his daughter had recovered from cancer so that she could get called on stage and dance with the M. Night's daughter, so that afterwards they would be put backstage because they never let you back out into the crowd when you get to be put up on stage.
It was so frustrating because like this whole time he's outsmarting the bad guys. He is the bad guy. He's outsmarting the cops the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, how's he gonna get out of this one? And he just gives up. Like,
it's hilarious. It's the class. They just have every single exit covered, and they're searching every single adult male.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense, and it immediately defeats everything he's ever done in the whole film.
Yeah.
But he gives up immediately and decides to just they're close because M. Night's daughter is thanking his daughter for dancing with her on stage. Mm. So he decides to pull her to the side, tell her that he's got a guy.
The human body likes poison.
Yeah, because he's a firefighter, so he's set up a carbon monoxide trap in his little kill room for his newest victim, where if he pushes a button, it'll flood the room with carbon monoxide and kill him in 5 minutes. He forces her to bring them in.
Forces is a strong word.
I mean, he says, "I'll kill this guy if you don't get me out of here."
It's the trolley problem. Are you gonna kill one person or kill the many?
Most people are not gonna let the guy die and have that on the direct
I'm calling
conscious.
The police right then and there.
You're a cynical asshole.
No, I'm a realist. I'm trying to save the many.
Most people aren't gonna do that in that situation. They don't want that on their conscience.
Trolley. I'm saving.
But so he says, "Get us the hell out of here, or I'm gonna kill this guy." So she takes him out through with her. So the cops aren't obviously gonna search her party or whatever. So they leave, and I just think, at some point, this profile is gonna get involved, and M. Night's daughter's gonna be kidnapped now, and now the profiler with the SWAT team is gonna have to come up with it to track him down. No, it just becomes the daughter for most of the rest of the movie, basically.
Calling him out for having a mommy.
She's the main issue. Yeah, and she's been told...
locking herself in the bathroom, which he can't open for some reason.
That was hilarious, but we'll get there. So, obviously, he's got... She has been notified that this huge SWAT presence is going to be there, and the reason for being there is to catch the butcher. He's the butcher. I don't know if he said that, but
because it's such an uncreative name. There's like for some reason like no gore or any sort of scary imagery in this movie.
There's no on-screen killing at all. It's all just the chase.
Yeah,
and
was
then
this movie PG-13?
It might as well have been if it wasn't. She's been notified of the reason for the SWAT's presence, so she's been also given the profile, and they don't. All they have is a basic generic. He's like, we have this age range. He's probably around this height.
Frankly,
he's a white male.
Yeah.
Somehow they know he has a tattoo of some sort of animal on one of his wrists.
Okay, well,
they don't explain that.
Or anything in this movie is so dumb.
Well, no, the rest is based off generic trends.
No. Actual intel. Because when the guy, they're talking to Spencer, and they're like, what do you know about your location? It's like, well, I didn't see much because he had a bag over my head, but I saw that there was a statue of a lion.
A broken statue.
Broken.
Yeah.
And there was a blue door that I saw through the rearview mirror. I'm like, you had a bag on your head. You saw a blue door and a statue of a lion that you noticed was missing a fucking ear? What? Are you Sherlock Holmes? What the fuck?
It was broken. Alright, it was broken.
Barely.
And she used, and M. Night's daughter used the power of social media to track it down. But that was really dumb. But the craziest shit with M. Night's daughter was,
the more you talk, the worse this movie gets.
Was right after. No, I'm telling you, it's all the second half. Because like the first half had its ups and downs and a lot of downs, but it was funny. It was funny, and at that point you still thought it might lead somewhere good.
I was just amazed how long the concert was, because like he just kept leaving. He left 30 times.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. They had like 3 intermissions. She started the next song before they could get back to their seats, because the dad was being like, "Oh no, let's go this way. How about we go outside? Is this where what's plays? Oh, why don't we get back to our seats now?
We gotta look for Blue's Clues."
Yeah, no, it was crazy. But he was the reason why they sat out so long through the intermission. Now after that, I think there might have been one more, but he mostly left during songs. But after he kidnaps her, he takes her out, right? She's apparently been given the profile, and they have this generic profile on him. But then somehow they know very specific information of the tattoo on his arm,
driving a black car,
and then like very specific things that I guess they assume happens to his mother. They assume he's OCD, I guess, maybe from the crime scene. So they, generic. It seems like some of that stuff seems like something you'd hear on Criminal Minds, but her speaking to him as his mother, talking to him about the punishments and stuff, that was wild. that felt like way too specific to me. She's just all of a sudden seemed like she was possessed. I swear to God, I thought the devil was gonna appear or some shit.
What?
I thought she was possessed for a second.
What? How did we get such different reactions?
No, for just a split second. And then I realized what she was doing, but for a split second, I thought she was possessed.
No, I thought...
It was so left field.
We were getting kinky, that's what I thought.
No.
Speaking of moms, we completely left out the Jodie's mom character. Completely for comedic relief.
Oh yeah, no. Jodie and Jodie's mom's character, because that was another funny thing we thought would go somewhere.
I didn't think it would go anywhere.
No, you were saying you thought they were gonna die, like for the first half of the movie.
I said that about everybody.
You were saying specifically the girls that were mean to the dog.
Oh, okay, yes, the girl.
And she's the mother of one of those girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple of.
But I did literally say any person he talked to, I was like, "You're gonna die."
No, I agree. I also thought kind of that. Like I definitely thought he was gonna kill the black guy up until he's like, I got an appreciation from the guy. No, it was like he got an appreciation for him, and then he gave him the T-shirts, and he gave it to him for free.
What I will
and at that point, I thought, oh, he's gonna let him live.
I thought literally at least one person would die in this movie.
So did I. I was very shocked by the complete lack of any amount of harm to anybody.
Yeah, nobody.
In the whole. No. Two people. The one girl got oil burned, and the one girl got pushed down the stairs.
Yes.
They were the only 2 people that he hurt in the whole film.
And then the fucking box cutter, I was like, that's coming back, didn't come back. What the hell?
See, I thought he was going to use it to kill. Oh, I thought he was going to keep it and then use it to kill him or just somebody else.
Movie, dude.
Yeah, but he after
It's like it was written on a first draft without any like thought. It just kind of went wherever the script went. I went, okay, let's film it.
I swear, they wrote his daughter scenes first, and then had to backtrack of how do we get here. After she pretends to be his mother for a little while, she convinces the daughter to let to let her go visit her house, which is odd as shit. But you know, it's a kid. I'm sure I would have been thrilled if Dave Grohl wanted to visit my house as a kid. But
no, I understand the kid's reaction.
No,
I don't understand the girl's plan. Everything Shyamalan's daughter did was stupid.
My guess with her plan was to reach out to the police, to be at his house and reach out about. I didn't quite get how she was going to free the guy, and how it worked out was dumb as shit. But we'll get to there in 1 second. So she gets to the house, so she steals the phone, and he starts freaking out. Give me my phone! She runs into a bathroom, and it just seems like a regular ass bathroom in a regular ass house. It's not like a thick front door, wooden door that you know with a deadbolt that you gotta break down. It just seems like it's probably got a normal turn key lock, just normal door handle lock. He cannot get in. He's pounding on it. He's freaking out. He's just scaring the family.
He also clearly either has some sort of push pin or a key that he then goes and gets.
You know, he clearly goes and gets something to calmly open the door. But like this whole movie,
took way too long.
This whole movie, we've established that he's huge.
Yeah,
he's very strong, and he's a fireman.
He can lift a box of t-shirts,
which I honestly thought was fake at first, but then turned out to be very real. Yeah. And I know how strong. I know how much firefighters have to train, how much they have to train to lift. Like he's clearly strong.
He can lift a box of t-shirts.
Any other time, he could have gotten a running start and shoulder tackled this door in.
Or just kicked it.
Literally. He just pounds on it and then gives her enough time to start like an Instagram live or whatever.
Talk to Spencer.
No, yeah, she
figure out where the hell he is.
Because he has a live stream to Spencer with like a two-way microphone, so you can hear Spencer and give
like a baby
speak to Spencer. Yeah, something like that. So she speaks to Spencer, and then she sends out. She goes live with her followers to tell them about the lion statue and the blue door. She did not make them seem like they were completely near each other, just that they were two things he saw during his kidnapping. Everyone. But I guess in
Philadelphia or Jersey.
Yeah, or listen. We all know that Southern Jersey is Philadelphia, Greater Philadelphia area.
He ended up being in Malvern, right?
Yeah, he ended up in Malvern, which I'm only a couple of cities over, so that's not great. But I'm not his type. I don't think. What was his type? I have no idea. But I mean, most serial killers do, but they didn't establish any sort of type for him.
And it's like, I hate when movies are like, this guy's a super genius villain, and he always knows how to outsmart the good guys, and everything he does is stupid. Nothing he did was smart. The whole
everything
time
was working up until...
Yeah, except for it wasn't, though. Like, he kept looking for escapes and be like, oh, I couldn't escape out this way. Oh, but I just so also happened to walk right past walkie-talkie, so I'll grab one. Oh, I'm going to go to the roof because there's a SWAT here, and clearly there's not going to be 50 million SWAT guys on the roof. Oh, I'm on the roof. Well, I got out of it because I lucked into having a card in my pocket.
Well, the roof is never going to work out. Like, he can't get his daughter through
Everything
a roof.
he did was stupid. Everything. It was just lucky. Well, not lucky. It was just contrived script writing.
I just don't understand how he didn't think they'd have every exit covered when they have a mass SWAT presence, and he was told by the black guy, Leon maybe? I don't remember his name.
I don't remember.
Let's call him
Jamie.
Leon. Oh, was it Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie.
How'd you get the Leon from
fucking
Jamie?
know. It's 2 letters over.
What?
Yeah.
What about the rest of the letters?
That's a various degrees of numbers over. Alright. I get he was trying to look for various tunnel-like exits. You know, he's known for his tunnels at his house. It makes sense. He's got tunnels at his house to bug out if he needs to. That's why I don't know why his wife would stay there afterwards.
Except for he doesn't think about his house that way. he specifically said, I keep my 2 lives separate because, like, his wife and daughter escaped through the window down the tree. He's like, I've never thought about it that way. I don't think about this house that way.
Which is hilarious
like,
because...
you got a fucking trap door.
I mean, it's even more hilarious because it sounded like there was like they did that from his daughter's room. Right?
Sure.
I'm not a parent. I've never been a parent. I feel like as a parent, I'd notice ways my daughter can sneak out of her room at night.
Not only that, but an intruder could get in.
Yeah, I feel like I would pay attention to the easy tree access to my house. Just as a parent, not as the serial killer. So that keeps his 2 lives separate, and he still notices it.
He also had a secret compartment in his garage, by the way.
No, like, he clearly didn't completely keep them separate, but I guess it makes sense.
Maybe he's like compulsive.
I mean, he made the tunnels and then kept them separate.
I also love how, like, he's OCD, so they do this stupid stereotypical, oh, well, things have to be, like, standing up straight stuff, and it's like, that's not what OCD is, y'all. Could have done just a fraction of a minute bit of research before you're like, oh, well, and I know some of it was faking it, but, like, gotta make sure the bike's standing up straight.
Oh, that was hilarious. But, so, like, at the end, he's fully caught. Like, he says goodbye to his family, they go away with SWAT. He goes back inside, starts tidying up the house. You know, he's OCD, so he's, you know,
That's what OCD people do.
He's cleaning some, he's putting stuff away, he's properly aligning the slightly tilted paintings now. He goes through the garage.
You know, like, there's plenty of OCD people in the world. You could just, like, talk to one.
Yeah. But, like, they take him down through SWAT. They come in with tasers. 2 people tase him at the same time, cross room, right? It does not stop him. He turns, runs to one of the SWAT guys, thumbs in the eye, is just tearing out his eyes. This guy's already got tasers in his back. He's tasing him again. He gets up, turns to that guy. The profiler finally comes back into the story, steps in, tases him for the 3rd time. Of course, since it's the profiler now, and, you know, she hasn't been here since the first half of the story, it takes him down for good. And
He's
then
also been drugged this whole time, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, he was drugged too, but like 3 tasers. Being tased more than 3 times too.
And, like, the drugs, like, seem like, oh, he's about to fall down. The tasers woke him up, I think.
I think so too. I think they gave him the adrenaline. Snapped him out. It was like an upper and you gotta level off, man. But so they lead him out in cuffs, and they had just, like, shown us him tidying up some stuff.
Oh my god.
And he stops for a second. They let him stop, and you see, like, his daughter's.
Let him do it.
They see him, like, his daughter's bike bent over, and his wife shouts out, "Don't shoot him, just let him do it." And he just picks up the bike, and it's like making sure it's in order, and very clearly he looks like he's grabbing something to potentially escape, because it's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And he's a villain, and why would they just really let him go to prison for good? That's not M. Night Shyamalan. I thought this was supposed to be the quote-unquote twist, super obvious, but it felt like it was supposed to be the, oh, let's toss a twist in there. Twist.
No, I think the twist was the wife being the one that betrayed him.
That was
the twist.
That's fair. That's an alright twist.
Nah,
I guess we'll come back to that.
Gives a shit.
I mean, compared to everything else that could have been a twist in this movie, that's an alright twist.
But it's still boring as shit.
Oh yeah. But compared to everything else.
I thought you were cheating on me, but then you weren't cheating on me, but I kept spying on you because I was curious to know what you were doing. And then I was like, you have a secret empty house. You must be a serial killer. I'm gonna tell the police you're a serial killer because you've got an empty house. And if you're gonna tip off the cops, why fucking do it such a stupid way? And just call the cops and say, hey, I'm suspicious about my husband. Watch him. Track him and see what happens. No, I'm just gonna leave a receipt here so that they know somehow that he's an adult white male is gonna be at this concert, so then you can then profile everybody there and maybe find him. Yeah, that's smart. Great work, lady.
So I get why she doesn't do that, but her way of handling it is terrible.
Yeah, it's
like, she clearly doesn't do that because she's afraid of, again, she's saying to him, she was like, I had a slight hunch that you might be the serial killer, but I was hoping maybe they'd prove your innocence instead of proving you actually the killer.
Still just say, hey, I have a hunch.
No, because that kills the family. Like, how do you go back to that?
Because he doesn't have to know that you're the one that called it in.
Do you think the cops are gonna keep that quiet completely?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put any faith in that.
Also, going back to the bike part, so like this whole scene is because after he runs off, then they're like, we're gonna keep the cops outside patrolling the house. You'll be safe inside the house, but we took the kids away to a safe house. You can come if you want. She said,
no, the kids are at the aunts.
Yeah, the aunts. Right after he had just snuck out through a secret passageway, they're like, well,
and they noticed the tunnel.
We've got two, SWAT cars. Not even SWAT cars. Sorry, we've got two cruisers out front all night for you. You'll be good. He somehow sneaks back in
because he has tunnels.
And then there's a lot more cops there. Which I guess was the secret plan. But so he's being escorted out, and then as he's being escorted out, they bring his kids back.
Yeah,
Why are his fucking kids there?
Bringing the kids back was the wildest thing, because they were just like, we're gonna work to get you your kids back soon. We're gonna start the process and they just pull up as he's getting walked out. 3 seconds later,
the aunt lives around the corner. I guess I don't know.
I swear. But yeah, it's like. He hugs his daughter goodbye and gets into the thing.
Other than hug his son ignores him completely.
Yeah, just the daughter. She's the only important character in the movie, I guess. But he gets into the back of the van, and it's unlike any time I've ever seen prisoners or most times, I guess, because he's alone in the back there. Nobody's watching him really. He's got his back turned to the people driving up front, so they literally can't see anything he's doing with his hands.
Was there even a window?
There might have been a slit, but I honestly can't remember. Yeah. I just assume that there was because it's a police vehicle. Yeah. But they can't see what he's doing at all, and he's got something that he's starting to jimmy the lock with. And they flash over to the bike again. You clearly see that he's ripped off a spoke from the bike, which I assumed that he had something hidden on the bike.
How the hell?
Because how the fuck did you rip the spoke off? And nobody. He had 6 SWAT.
It's like, here, let me pick the bike back up. Don't mind me, I just gotta pick the bike up. Alright, I'm good.
Don't shoot him! No, I swear, I thought he had like some sort of metal piece just like under the seat, and he just went down, grabbed it, palmed it, whatever, hit it up his sleeve, and then stood back up, because that's how quick it was. Yeah. But no, he tore a whole spoke off cleanly.
They even focused on him looking at the seat. I'm like, what is he doing with the seat? Like my first thought was he was putting a bomb on it for some reason. I didn't know why, but I was just like, why? What is he doing? And they're like, no, he just tore a whole fucking spoke off somehow.
No, I fully expected he was about to get through his cuffs, and he was about to. I thought he was actually gonna break out and the movie was gonna end. They just ended with him unlocking the cuffs. Yeah. It's still locked in the vehicle.
He didn't escape yet.
Yeah, no, he's still locked in there. They gotta open it from the outside. Yeah. So.
No, he's got a secret tunnel out of the van.
Please. That's what I'm saying about the aunt's house. I wouldn't, after all the tunnels at the mom's house, I wouldn't believe he just doesn't have one there. But I guess maybe they knew he'd use the tunnel again.
I don't know. Yeah, but, that could have been their plan. They didn't specify that, but the fact that they said they were leaving 2 cruisers outside and then there was 15 cops leads me to believe that they were lying.
And they had 2 people inside.
Yeah, the old lady was waiting in the door to pretend to be his mom.
I figured there'd be a twist. I never thought it'd be about his motive, his role in the movie. I kept
waiting. I thought there was going to be something supernatural. I thought
I thought I swear, as soon as she pretended to be the mother, for a split second, I was like, oh my gosh, is she possessed or something? What
possessed by the spirit of his mother?
What just changed in this movie? And then I realized what she was doing with she's got the profile.
You're saying you didn't pick up any sexual tension in this scene at all? You really didn't?
I love that you did, though.
Immediately, you've got this attractive lady going you've been really bad. And he's like, I haven't been that bad. And she's like, yes. And there's all of that punishment, all of it.
I see it, but I literally, as soon as she said it, I'm like, why is she speaking like the mother? That's fucking weird. What is going on here? I swear, I thought she was possessed by the mother's spirit or some shit like that.
I was just like, I was kind of like slouching and immediately went to like, when that scene started. I was like, what's happening?
This is how you get out of this situation? That's interesting.
Also, how is he so dumb to not put the child safety lock on the windows?
It's hilarious.
Everything he did was so stupid.
Not on the windows, not on the door.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Everything he did was stupid. This is what I'm telling you. It's just, he wasn't smart at all. And it's like, to make a movie like this, the villain actually has to be interesting.
He at least seemed smarter in the first half.
Because he didn't do anything yet.
No, he was
just walking around aimlessly.
But he seemed like he was figuring it out. Shit wasn't working out, but he seemed like he was working through all the options, you know, plan A through Q. He's gonna get there eventually, and he's gonna find his way out. But I do love that it's just a very simple, oh no, we just have enough people to cover literally every exit, and we're searching every motherfucking adult male on the way out.
If they call it bomb threat, we let the women and children out, but not the men.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
This makes total sense. Yeah, I guess that kind of.
The good guys were just smarter than the bad guy for once.
Unless there's some other tunnel, when the floor opened up, I thought that's what that was going to lead to.
Massive safety violation. That's not a roped off area. It is in the walkway.
No security at all.
And it just opens up, so somebody could have been staying there, falling in, and then not only that, but yeah, then Russ comes out. He could have been mobbed.
I will say.
God. You have more to say about this movie?
One thing, because we brought it up before. It's hilarious because there's a lot of really, really bad parts of this movie that are just kind of funny. We brought up.
Don't mind me. No, dude,
this is the best review ever. We brought up Jody and Jody's mother and whoever the other people. Yes, they've got it going on. There's like these girls at, I guess, whatever school that the daughter goes. That not M. Night's daughter, the killer's daughter. Whatever school she goes to, I guess she has these friends, and these friends recently have been mean to her and not including her and stuff. I don't know. Right now, they're not friends at the moment, and it's upsetting to the parents or whatever. And Jody's the mother of one of the girls, so she sees the dad at the concert, and she's like, "Oh well, you know, we need to, you know, figure this out and get them back together. You know, they're friends. They do. It's just a little spat and whatever. Basically, I guess she's not the popular one. The other friends are the more popular ones, so they're kind of excluding her.
Sure.
So, like, the Jody's mother interactions with the father, not important at all. But when she gets
hilarious.
Hilarious. But when she gets up on stage, when the killer's daughter gets up on stage with M. Night's daughter, they show you Jody and Jody's mother's reaction. And they're freaking the hell out. They're screaming at each other like they hate each other.
The mom screams at her.
They scream at each other.
And then angrily goes back to dancing.
Yeah, they literally just, same time, just turn back into dancing. Just forget the whole situation.
That's how you knew it was like, this was trying to be funny.
You know, if some of the rest didn't happen, maybe all they know about is, you know, their idol went to her house. And, you know, played a song with her, and they have a selfie at her piano. Yeah. Like, she'd be the most popular girl in the world then.
Yeah.
Then her father got arrested for being the butcher. I wonder how that's gonna work in school now.
Yeah.
How's that balance out?
Still popularity points, I think. There's no such thing as bad press. I don't know.
I don't know. That seems like a pretty bad press.
I think that's plenty. We're done talking about this. It's not. I really thought this video was going to be 20 minutes, and now it's going to be an hour long, but that's what we had to think. What do you guys think, though? If you've seen it, let me know in the comments below. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to go to bed. I'm sleepy. Except for I'm not going to go to bed for like 4 hours, but that's unfortunate for me. I have a lot of work to do. I have to edit 2 first thoughts, and then I need a workout. Fuck my life.